2 or 3 people saying they drove up right after the shooting. So I assume they were called to try and help out on whatever was going on in the house.
Maybe looking dapper early?
Hey, do my best. Do my best. All right, brother. See ya.
He apparently has walked out of the house and surrendered himself.
Don't tell any of them, no.
Okay.
She's showing you how to work a camera?
Yeah.
Wow. What's that? Yeah.
Good for him. What's your relation to the victim's family at this point?
Neighbors, we've lived here for 34 years. Their parents were the original owners of the house, and they both passed away within the last couple of years, and then the oldest daughter moved into the house.
And is the oldest daughter the victim, you believe, at this point?
Yes.
And you said 30 years. I mean, what was her age you mentioned? About 50?
I assume 45, 50, something like
So
that.
the entire time you've lived here, you've been fairly close with the family?
With the family, yeah. Mainly her parents.
Did she seem like the type who would attract something like this? I mean, could you imagine anything like this?
Didn't really know her that well. She didn't live here all that often. She just moved in after her parents passed away, and my wife has more contact with her than I do.
So she was basically taking care of the house. The parents left her the house once they passed, kind of thing.
Yes.
Do you know what she does? Do you know if she was, do you know what industry she was involved in?
I know they owned a framing business in Pasadena. Whether she's involved in that business or not, I'm not really sure.
And the suspect that was taken away, who we assume currently to be the boyfriend, you don't know him at all?
I have no idea.
And did you wake to gunshots or anything like that, or how did you?
I basically woke up for screaming. I heard screaming and looked outside my bedroom window, which overlooks the street. I didn't see anything. So I went back to sleep, and then I heard basically another lady screaming. I think it was the same lady. And it sounded like she was stabbed. She yelled, "Ouch!" And then again, I looked outside and I couldn't see anything, so I went back, and then right as I was walking back, I heard some gunshots, 3 or 4 gunshots.
Gotcha. Do you think that the suspect might have stabbed her? She was trying to leave and then he shot her, possibly?
I think she was stabbed first and then shot.
And the woman that you were hearing screaming, that is the victim who's at the house.
Yes.
And what was her name, just her first name?
I'm not sure I'm supposed to say.
That's totally fine. So I can't think of anything else. So did you call the police, or do you know if the other neighbors called the police?
I saw a neighbor outside overlooking the body, and I heard her calling 911.
Wow.
And right at the same time, a car drove up with her son. And her son ran across the street and saw that his mother was shot. And he ran into the house and got the kids out of the house.
Has anything like this ever happened up here before? I've been doing this for 5 years, and I've never been up here on anything
It's a pretty
like
quiet neighborhood. So no.
Alrighty, Barry. Anything else about this that's interesting that you noticed?
It was a great surprise, and didn't expect something like that to happen.
Lieutenant Andy Nyman, N-E-I-M-A-N, LAPD Media Relations.
And sir, where are we standing?
We're in the 19200 block of Kenya Street here in Devonshire.
We're up in the valley, north side of the valley?
That's correct, yeah.
You know this area is like Northridge?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is Northridge or North Hills or, I don't know, Michigan.
Close to that area.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
About what time did you guys respond to a call out here?
It's a little after 12. Just around 12:30 this morning, officers from our Devonshire Division responded to a domestic violence call in this area. Upon arrival, they discovered a female victim who was down, was suffering from what appeared to be a gunshot wound. Contacted the fire department, and the fire department responded. Sadly, she was pronounced dead at scene. At this time, they also were trying to make contact with another individual, possibly her boyfriend, to determine what transpired prior to their arrival. And that's where we are now. That individual has barricaded himself inside a residence, and at this point our negotiators are trying to convince him to come out. And so we are going to continue to do that and hopefully have a resolution to this fairly soon.
And sir, what do we know currently about the female victim? You mentioned that it was a domestic situation. She's obviously the girlfriend of the suspect, we could assume?
Well, that's the information that we have at this point, so we are acting based on that assumption, yes.
And when the firefighters arrived at scene, when LA City Fire arrived at scene to tend to her wounds, did they transport her, or was she pronounced and left at scene?
She was pronounced and she's still at scene.
Out in front of the home, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know she's in public view at this point.
Okay. And as far as the suspect goes, I heard there were some initial reports that he possibly tried to shoot himself. Is there any confirmation on that?
Yeah, we don't have confirmation that has occurred. We do have information. We believe he is injured. Whether that's from a potential self-inflicted gunshot wound, we don't know yet.
What do we know about him? Do we know an age, ethnicity, anything?
Yeah, I don't have his specific information at this time.
Okay, that's pretty much it. If anyone saw anything transpire up to or during this incident, is there a number they can contact to help you guys out? Or?
Yeah, they can always call 1-877 LAPD 24/7. That's our hotline for downtown, and I'll get a better number for you for the local homicide.
And sir, name and spelling one more time.
Lieutenant Andy Nyman, N-E-I-M-A-N, LAPD Media Relations.